Okay, game 2 of my match against SportingElijah. I decided not to use the initials in the banner for names because S is for both of us and SE is for both of us. So I think this is pretty clearly to me open Sentry for the trashing. Sentry page. And that is a very, very lucky opening to have for me. You want to get the peasants. You probably want to get one sculptor fairly quickly. Hunting grounds will be good initial draw. And then you can figure out if you want to play with any of the other draw cards, Rabble, Swashbuckler, Tragic Hero. I think you really do want to play with Sculptor. Sculptor can just gain you silvers. And if you put plus action on any of the draw cards, Rabble or Swashbuckler, you get sort of infinite actions. Again with the second peasant line. It just seems like it seems so hard to hit 5 when you open double peasants. I realized I was lucky, and my peasant has now missed, so I'm not completely lucky. But, what I want to be doing is thinning my deck down, hitting 5 so I can get the good $5 cards, which are here Sentry first, and then either Hunting Parties or Sculptors. And those should progress your one Traveler along a lot faster. And you only have one terminal, so if you have a peasant and soldier, you have to play the soldier, and your peasant is just an expensive curse in your deck. Well, at this point, the peasant is just an expensive copper. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, even with the 5-2 opening, I think I'm still ahead with my peasant missing the shuffle. Certainly. And they're fairly unlikely to hit 5. For them to hit 5 next turn, they would have to bottom deck both the states that are left in their deck, which is 1 in 21, I think, for that to happen. So they're not going to be able to get a Sentry, so I should be able to trash 2 here. Even though my peasant's missing the shuffle, so are these 3 coppers, this estate, and I'll hopefully trash 2. So they're salting province. That makes no sense to me at all. So what do I have down there? I have 2 estates and 3 coppers. So I'll have 3 money next turn, or 4 or 5. Okay, so I guess I'll keep that. If 1 in 3 chance I hit 5 again next turn. I am going to get another silver myself. I don't know why they didn't get a silver. So I hit 4 again. They hit 4 again. I don't know what they're doing. Do they just want to end the game faster? I should salt the earth for a province now. Just to say hey, my deck is better. I'm going to move my travelers along faster because in theory, but in practice, that's not true because I have to find them. They got another peasant. None of this makes sense to me. So here I'll be able to trash 2, or probably trash 1, discard 1, and then move my soldier up. So they did hit 5 finally. They got a gold. Quite sad draw there. So I'll play the soldier attack, and I'm going to buy another Sentry. It moves the deck through faster, and my trashing has been very inefficient so far. I've only been able to trash 2, even with the early Sentries. Okay, so I will keep that on top, obviously. So I had 1 Hunting Parties now, so Hunting Parties it is. I'll play the Fugitive first. I think I will discard the silver. I'll play the Fugitive first. I think I'll play the Sentry first. That gives me the biggest search space to find the Hunting Party, which in theory can give me a nice clean shuffle. I discarded the silver because I'm triggering a shuffle here, and I want to be able to draw the silver back up next turn or the turn after. Yeah, they got the Sculptor, which makes sense. Okay, that was excellent. That is what I wanted. Discard an estate. Trash 1. Discard 1. Okay. So now I can go for Sculptor or... Yeah, Sculptor makes sense to me as the best card here. So I'm going to get a Sculptor and my Disciple. So I am not going to turn this disciple into a teacher for a little while. I'm going to sculpt a peasant and play that for +5 this turn. And just be happy to disciple the hunting parties. Wow, they hit 8. That's quite nice. That seems unlikely for them to be able to do very often. Okay, play this. I can trash. Don't discard. I'm happy to leave that on top of my deck for next turn. So the plan was to gain a peasant. Can they win with like weird tricks next turn? If they salt twice in a row, can they win? Do I like need to gain a silver and a province here to stop them from doing that? The game is so close to over. I guess I can do that. That gives me a villager. And again, definitely keep the disciple around. So now if I hit 8, I cannot win. 8 and 2 buys, I can't win because of with the salt stuff. But I can definitely pick up a province here. I'm going to consider. What am I going to consider? I'm going to consider playing disciple on sculptor, and then maybe I can gain 2 peasants. I don't have enough actions though. Okay. If I play disciple on sculptor, gain 2 peasants or something, I can play only one of them. Yeah. Wow. That seems suicidal. I want to discard that. This lets me draw the disciple. Sentry. Done. Okay, so I can disciple the sculptor, gain 2 silvers, and end the game. Okay, that was a strange game. I'm not sure why they did the salt the earth stuff when they were behind, but that was a clear teacher skip game. The trashing from sentries was nice, even though I had some bad traveler luck. And they actually got pretty lucky to spike 8 when they did. Weird game, but I've tied it up, and now we play with Paige.